Take us through, how long does this case date back to, and for how long has the ED been involved in investigating the matter?
Right, so the case dates back to long ago, I think over 10 plus years, and the Enforcement Directorate's involvement has begun now in this particular segment of the case. So what they are trying to piece together is the arrangement that Anil Ambani group of companies had with certain banks, and the bank in question here is likely Yes Bank and its promoters. So what they are investigating is whether there were kickbacks involved before loans were sanctioned, and whether there was a quid pro quo arrangements. As my colleagues have been also pointing out, 12 to 13 public and private sector banks have been summoned by the Enforcement Directorate to seek details on the process followed for loan clearances and a timeline for default and recovery action that followed such accounts. Now remember that this is an ongoing investigation. So what we are picking up are bits and pieces here and there, but further details will be revealed through the investigation, and Anil Ambani is likely to answer more details on that. And the Enforcement Directorate will be questioning him, and like you rightly said, it's a multi-thousand crore scam, and details will be slowly emerging, so do stay tuned.
Right, let's just also get in Anushka. Anushka, of course, like we do know, it's 11 a.m. When he's expected to be appearing before the ED. It's literally 8:15 in the morning. He's going to be taking that flight, which is a distance of about 2 hours at least, and then the time that it'll take for him to reach the ED office. Take us through, details of this particular case and the involvements of various parties, and of course, from the CBI now to the ED investigating the matter.
That's right. The investigation first started when 2 FIRs were lodged, with the CBI, and CBI had in fact done a thorough investigation before handing this case to ED. Now the ED is right now investigating the 17,000 crore worth money laundering case that the Reliance Anil Ambani group has been accused of. What we are getting to know through our sources is that there were several bank loans that were sanctioned. No proper documentation was done. No proper verification was done. The sanctioning was done before the process was in fact completed. There was no proper credit score checks that was conducted by several of the banks. Not just that, loan evergreening was also in fact being done. The money was diverted to shell entities and was circulated back to the flagship companies of the Anil Ambani group and several of the Yes Bank employees. Now the Yes Bank had given a loan worth rupees 3,000 crore to Anil Ambani group companies from 2017 to 2019. During that time, the Yes Bank promoters are accused of taking a quid pro quo. Management was in fact also accused of taking money in their concern in this particular case. Several of the Yes Bank promoters are also, will also be questioned by the ED regarding this whole case. Not just that, one major arrest has been made. The MD of Biswal Trading Private Limited has been taken into custody by the ED. The custody is till 6th of August, that is tomorrow. What we are getting to know is that there are also in fact speculations that Partha Sarthi Biswal, who is the MD who has been taken into custody, will be sitting face to face during the questioning that will be in fact happening inside the ED headquarters if Anil Ambani turns up here. Not just that, in this whole case, several 12 to 13 banks are written by by the ED, and the ED has in fact also asked about what the ED is in fact seeking details about what the banks had done to take steps against the companies that came out as defaulters, whether there was a proper credit score check that was done or not, and because we do know that SBI had also in fact given loans to Anil Ambani group companies which was not paid back. It was a massive loan amount that was in fact not paid back, and SBI had in fact also declared Anil Ambani link accounts as fraud accounts. Fake bank guarantees are in fact also involved in this whole case. What we know is that the Biswal Private Trade Link was had given 68 crore rupees worth bank loan to Anil Ambani group companies, and was in fact also submitted a fake bank guarantee to the SECI. This whole matter is being investigated. 3 Anil Ambani Group companies, that is the Reliance Home Finance Limited, Reliance Commerce Finance Limited, and Reliance Communication is right now under the scanner. This whole case is in fact right now being taken and being thoroughly investigated by the ED. Money laundering worth rupees 17,000 crore is right now being investigated. Anil Ambani is expected to join around 11 a.m. today morning, and the ED is likely to talk to senior bank executives who were there in the process of sanctioning the loan. Several senior executives of the Anil Ambani Group who were there when this whole money laundering case was in fact going on, and Anil Ambani himself will be questioned as to what was this whole arrangement that was made between several of the banks and how this all came to a money laundering case. And he's in fact right now also Partha Biswal's is right now in fact inside the ED, and the questioning round is in fact also going on. Over to you.
Right, Anushka, of course, you did mention that the arrest of Partha Sarthi that took place on the 1st of August, the MD of the Odisha-based Trade Link Private Limited in the fake guarantee case linked to Reliance Power. Now, also this all started actually, let me go across to Aishwarya Patel. This all started with the ED conducting raids over 35 premises. This included in the national capital as well as in Mumbai, linked to 50 companies and 25 individuals, but it wasn't the residence of Anil Ambani, and that seems to be out of bounds at least for now.
Well, just for context, the ED is saying this is one of the biggest corporate loan frauds ever recorded in history. 17,000 crores related to the Anil Ambani group of companies. Now, as far as this case is concerned, many other defaults have been recorded against the Anil Ambani group over the years. Back in 2011, in fact, the CBI started its probe linked to multiple other cases, but the big default that happened in this particular case was back in 2018, and the debt back then stood at about 1.72 lakh crore rupees, although now it is of course reduced over the years only to 17,000 crore rupees probe. The current one that we're talking about, as far as today's summons are concerned, at the New Delhi Enforcement Directorate headquarters, Anil Ambani is expected in just a couple of hours, around 11 a.m. We are picking up that he's already left his residence and expected to be here very, very soon. Apart from that, multiple banks linked to who have provided loans to the company will also be here and be summoned, be probed by the Enforcement Directorate officials. Some top executives from the Anil Ambani group are also expected very, very soon in the next couple of hours around 11 a.m. and we'll keep you posted on the latest.
Agnidev with us as well, joining us from Mumbai. Agnidev, take us through, the premises linked to Anil Ambani. These are 35 premises that were raided by the Enforcement Directorate. We're talking about 50 companies and 25 individuals. If you have any details as to where all these searches were conducted.
Right, so for 3-day searches were carried out across multiple locations. 50 companies and 25 individuals, like you rightly said. Now the premises were linked to Reliance Home Finance, Reliance Commercial Finance and other entities linked to the ADAG group, which is the Anil Ambani wing of the Reliance group of companies. And further details is what we have associated to the other company which gave out fake guarantees. Now there were premises in Bhubaneswar and one in Kolkata, and several premises here in Mumbai. As of now, the ED has not made details of the search operations public, but from what we are gathering, a lot of those locations were here in Mumbai. So as and when the investigation unfolds, we will be able to give you more details as to where exactly the search operations took place, so do stay tuned.
Right, of course, it will, from what we are hearing at the moment, is that there could be a confrontation with Partha Sarthi and Anil Ambani during that questioning that's going to be taking place here in the national capital. Visuals on your screen of Anil Ambani, who left his residence early this morning in order to take a flight here to the national capital. This is where he's going to be questioned. Do remember that there was an arrest that was made on the 1st of August. We're talking about the ED arresting Parthasarathi Biswal, the MD of the Odisha-based Biswal Trade Link Private Limited, in the fake guarantee case linked to Reliance Power. And this is before all the searches that took place. Of course, it all started with 50 companies, 25 individuals and 35 premises that were, searched. They were raided. This all took place over 3 days, like Agnidev was mentioning. Aishwarya Patil, back to you now in regard to this particular case. And we are talking about, the fraud case centers around unpaid loans, and this amounts to 17,000 crore rupees. What are the options as far as Anil Ambani is concerned, and where does this really leave him in the bigger scheme of things?
Well, the probe is currently ongoing. Around 11 a.m. he's expected here, as you rightly mentioned. Loan fraud investigation is to the tune of 17,000 crore rupees. As far as the inquiry is concerned, it builds on the evidence of loan diversion, fake bank guarantees, as well as bribery allegations connected to Yes Bank's loan granted between 2017 and 2019, totaling around 3,000 crore rupees in one implicated tranche is in this particular case. Now, what investigators have uncovered is a fake bank account, bank guarantee worth over 60 crore rupees submitted to Solar Energy Corporation of India, which is the SECI, and have also concealed and spoofed some SBI emails as well, which my colleague rightly mentioned is related to the to MD of Biswal Trade Link, Parthasarathi Biswal. Now, ED raids, as you rightly mentioned, have hit across 30 to 50 locations in Mumbai. Over 50 companies and 25 individuals are involved in this particular case. Of course, the shell companies and companies of Reliance Group, Anil Ambani Group, include Reliance Power, Reliance Infrastructure, which are seeing, at least so far, market implications and some drop in the share prices as well. What happens further, of course, depends on the Enforcement Directorate, and we'll keep you posted on any further developments going forward.
Thank you so much, Aishwarya Patil and Agnidev, as well as Anushka, for getting us all the very latest. We will keep coming back to you for more on that. For now, let's go across to Arjun Samar, who is joining us in order to get us the charges that are against Anil Ambani at the moment. Arjun, take us through the list of charges. We're talking about fraud to the tune of 17,000 crore rupees. That's a lot of money. And of course, Anil Ambani, that is going to be questioned. He has to reach at 11 a.m., literally 2.5 hours time from now, from Mumbai to Delhi, and then finally to the ED office. Take us through the charges against him.
Well, to put things in perspective here, this is the Enforcement Directorate's largest ever investigation into a corporate loan fraud in the country's history. You have the graphics right here. Now, according to authorities, they've uncovered 17,000 crore loan fraud allegedly involving firms connected to businesses of Anil Ambani. Now, to underline here, it's not one firm, it's not two firms, it's multiple firms that have actually connections to Anil Ambani. Now, to prevent possible flight risks, the enforcement agencies have also issued a lookout notice circular for Anil Ambani. Furthermore, it's not just Anil Ambani. Senior personnel from implicated companies, which I just told you were related to Anil Ambani. Now, these are multiple companies. Senior personnel from these companies are also expected, in fact, to be called in for questioning by the investigators. But that's not it. Moving on, the ED has also asked for several banks to provide loan records and also details related to disbursed loans under scrutiny. Now, the details have been requested from the banks, all the details of the disbursed loan that have been under scrutiny. Now, moving on, the Enforcement Directorate's largest investigation into corporate fraud, as you were pointing out. Back to you.